Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Tony TV, and it's time for the takeover. It's been a long journey. We finally made it. Season 37, the challenge, episode 19, the final episode of the season finale. We ending off. It's been a long time coming. I'm just saying it like that. But we made it. We suffered. We endured. We got to the end, y'all. So clap it up one time. Clap it up for us. Now, we're going to get into the final. I'm also going to give y'all my overall thoughts of the season as a whole. So I'm going to do a quick little recap of the final because if you're a challenge fan, you're going to watch the final either way. So I'm not going to talk too much long about that because I got some thoughts about the season that I need to release. I need to get it out because I need to get it off my chest so I can continue on with my life. So if you remember from last week, at the end of the first day of the final, they had to combine into new cells. And with those new cells, they would continue on competing in the rest of the final. So for the orange cell, we had Nelson, Kyle, Nani, Casey. And then for the purple cell, we had CT, Devin, Emmy, and Tori. So those are the teams they're going into to finish completing the final. So they have those teams, and TJ tells them not to be last at the end of the first day of the final. He doesn't say what's going to happen, but like I said from before, I had a feeling elimination was going to come up. So they finished completing the first leg of the final, which with that, they had to, within their teams, they had to unravel a chain out of a cage. They had to swim in the water, which didn't go too well for Nelson. He couldn't make it all the way out there because he can't swim out of life vest. So that didn't work out too well for him. Then they had to use this code to unlock a safe that had a key inside of it. And with that key, they had to run up a hill and go get this big missile gun. And with the missile gun, they had to carry it on their shoulders up the mountaintop. And once they got to the mountaintop with that missile, they had to use that missile to complete a puzzle. And that didn't go too well. Now, at one point, the purple cell was leading for a very long time, but then once they got that missile on them, the orange cell took the lead. But then when they got to that puzzle, the orange cell couldn't keep the lead because the orange cell ain't have nobody smart enough to solve the puzzle. So purple cell came back, CT solved the puzzle, obviously. Purple cell was back in the lead, and they finished out day one when they just had to roll this ball all the way up the hill, and that was the end of day one. So they slept, woke up the next day. TJ tells them, you shouldn't have came in last, orange cell. Now you have to have an elimination against your counterpart. So now you have Nelson versus Kyle, and you have Nani versus Casey. Very sad. You hate to see it. So they brought back an elimination from earlier in the season called Back Me Up. And with this one, both people will face back-to-back towards each other, and they have to push each other off the side of a ramp. Best 2 out of 3 wins. The other person goes home. And yeah, so we had the elimination. Kyle won. It's hard to see Nelson go. He fought so hard, but he'll be back, I'm sure. Peace out, Nelly T. Then we had Nani versus Casey. That one was a little more emotional. It was a lot tied into it because they're a couple. So, they didn't really want to give it their all for real. Like, Casey won the first round. Then Casey let Nani win the second round. Then Casey won the last round. So Casey stayed. Nani got eliminated. Nani had to go home. Peace out, Nani. So then from that point on, we had to finish out the final. So TJ tells them that now they're going to finish out the final within pairs. So since Kyle and Casey won the elimination, they get to pick whether they want to stay together or if they want to form new pairs with anyone else from the purple cell. So Kyle joins with Tori, Casey joins with CT, and then left we have Devin and Emmy, and that's how they're going to finish out the final. Then TJ tells them that to win the $1 million prize, it's whichever team wins, they get to decide if they want to keep all the money for themselves or split it up with the other pairs any kind of way that they choose. Now, for the very last final stretch of the final, they have to hike up this mountaintop. Again, there's a lot of mountaintops. Hike up the mountaintop, and then there's a 20-digit code. They have to remember that code, come down the mountaintop, enter that code into a safe to unlock this $1 million diamond, and then that's how they win. Kind of anticlimactic, not gonna lie to you. So they do that, they running up the mountain, everybody running, doing the best they can. Devin and Emmy in last because Devin can't run that fast, he's out of breath. CT and Kyle going back and forth as far as who's in first, and you got Tori and Casey right behind them, trekking along, doing the best they can. At the end of the day, not surprised, CT and Casey win. Who didn't expect that? I already said if CT got to the final, he was going to win. Now, it was a very close call between CT and Casey and Tori and Kyle. Like, literally, they were just off by some seconds when it came to entering the code. So then they had to decide whether they wanted to keep the money for themselves and not get second and third place anything, or if they want to split it up with them some kind of way. But they get to choose how they want to split it up and how much they want to give them. So, by surprise, I was very surprised by this. CT and Casey decided to keep $800,000 and give second and third place $100,000 each. So at that point, Tori, Kyle, Devin, and Emmy will each get $50,000, and then CT and Casey will each get $400,000. And I'm like, okay, that's very new. We never did that before. Nobody ever split their money with nobody else. Because back in the day, when they had the ones where they was doing it in pairs, one person was taking all the money, the other person was getting left with nothing. And I was like, wow, that sucks because you didn't get here by yourself. So, you know, they finally had like good sportsmanship this season, and it was a nice ending. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did like the fact that they decided to split up the money because none of them got to the very end by themselves. Like, they did just work in the cells prior to becoming pairs. So, like, it was fair to, you know, give somebody else a little bit of something. You know, you're right around the holiday times. Granted, that's when it's showing, but that's not when they did it. But overall, the principle of giving, you know, 'tis the season. It was nice that they decided to share. I love that for them. CT, this is his 5th challenge win. This is his 2nd time back to back. He just won last season. Now he won this season. So I'm hoping CT takes a break because it's getting too predictable. I'm starting to become over it. I love CT. Don't get me wrong. He's one of the best of all time. But if they're gonna keep letting him get to the final without doing any eliminations, and he wins it, what's the point of watching? Like, I want to see some new challengers win. Like, that's the point. I don't want to see the same person win season after season after season, because at that point, it's wasting everybody else's time of even coming. We'll see how that plays out. I am happy for Casey finally getting this win, especially coming off of last season when she got injured and had to pretty much DQ from the final. This time, you know, she made it to the end. Sadly, she's gonna make it with Nani, but you know, Tori and Kyle also did play a very good game this season. Like, Tori was doing what she had to do. She went through a lot of adversity this season, and she still made it to the end. I love to see it. Kyle did a lot better this season, I would say, than any other season he's had in the past as far as his overall performance. He was still petty and Kyle, I mean, a little bit messy, but that's Kyle. But this time I got him all the way to the end, so I'm happy to see that. Devin's Devin. I don't really have much to say about Devin, but he did remember the entire 20-digit code by himself, and that was admirable. That was very impressive. So I'm gonna let him have that one. Then Emmy had a very good rookie season. I'm not gonna hold you. She was the only rookie to make it all the way to the final, and she placed. So kudos to you, Emmy. I'm sure you'll be back. Now I'm gonna give my thoughts on the season as a whole. I would say this honestly wasn't one of my favorite seasons. It was too, like, not necessarily that it was easy, but like, it wasn't enough that really got me riled up throughout the season. Like, from one, I was tired of the whole vets versus rookies. Like, every week, rookies going home. Like, that got old. I did like the fact that the vets decided to stick it out as long as they did it with each other and hold true to that veteran truce that they made. That was good because they've never done nothing like that before. But it was just tiring only seeing rookies going to elimination week after week after week and getting picked off week after week. Like, I was over it. I wanted something new because I really want to see the vets compete. Like, I didn't like the fact that we had so many rookies this season because we don't know the rookies. Like, you build relationships with the vets because you see them every season. You start to develop a storyline with them and their relationships with each other. Now you're starting to add in new people that we don't know of. It's harder to like have that same chemistry you have with the others, and then every season having more new people. I don't know their gameplay. I don't know how they are mentally. I don't know how they're going to perform. So, like, it becomes a lot of what if when, like, if you keep the same people that we already know of, you kind of develop, okay, CT's really good at puzzles. Corey can run really fast. Like, you get to learn those different things. You get to learn which girls are better in the house, which guys are better, like, and you learn those new skills. With so many new people, I can't learn that in enough time. So I would like, hopefully for next season, we get more vets to come back into the game and less rookies. Because I don't need the international scene. I don't need y'all from all around the world. Like, I understand what the challenge is trying to do, and I support it, and I get it. But not on this big of a scale. Like, throw in a few rookies every season. Like, just a little bit how y'all used to do back in the day. Like, give us like a good 4 or 5, maybe 6. I can handle 6. 6 is enough. Anything more than 6, it's becoming too many of them. I don't want to keep up with all of them. Let it go, please. I need Cam next season. I would love for Carl to come back. Come on, please, make it happen. Because I feel like we need more stronger girl competitors because Casey and Tori didn't have that much competition, to be honest. Like, it was a few other girls that was kind of good, but I knew Casey and Tori were going to make it to a final if they, like, as long as they played a good game, Casey and Tori were going to get to a final regardless. Like, I wasn't surprised by that. Guys are pretty stacked usually. Guys are pretty stacked, but there are some guys I want to come back. I need Zach back in there. I would like to see Darrell again. I feel like if you're going to keep having CT come back, I need Darrell and Derek to come back too. And Brad can also come back as well. Like, if CT's an old head that gets to keep coming back, there's some other old heads you can add to the mix that are just as good as CT and can hang with CT and do just as well as him. Or transfer CT to the All-Star version. That would also work for me. The challenges this season, they weren't that great. Like, we didn't even get a food challenge this year. How we go through a whole challenge with no food? That's like the best part of seeing them sit up there, try to eat some weird-ass food that they can't digest, and they throw it all up. That's amazing. It's quality. It's comedy. Also, the people want me on the show, too. I'm gonna let y'all hold off on that one. If y'all not ready just yet, we're gonna double back to that concept. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna call y'all. I'm gonna call y'all. Oh, the final. I don't feel like the final was that good. Honestly, like, the final's supposed to be like literally the hardest thing in the world. And I feel like lately the finals haven't been that hard. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they're hard. Don't get me wrong. They are hard because I couldn't do it. But they're not as hard as they used to be. I feel like the finals were a lot more gruesome back in the day. Like, I need people passing out and not finishing the final. It needs to be that hard. If people is not passing out, the final not hard enough. Everybody can't make it to the end. I'm sorry, you can't. Everybody can't make it. It's just, it's the circle of life. It's the circle of the challenge. We all can't make it to the very end. Some of y'all got to get out a little early. You got to pass out. You got to be dehydrated. We need that. I was tired of the puzzles this year. We had a lot of puzzles this year, and y'all know they not that smart. These motherfuckers be working out. They working out their body, not their mind. So they need more physical challenges and less mental challenges. Because up here, they all don't have it up here. And that's okay. We're not mad at you for not having it up here. But since y'all don't, I need y'all using more of this and less of this. Because this, it's not going to get most of them that far. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not mad at them for it. I like the physical challenges more anyway. I like them going head to head. I like a little physical contact. That gets you riled up. The drama this year, it was decent. Like, the same people that call drama every year calls it this year, so I'm not really surprised. Josh was crying. Fessy was being messy. Amanda was talking shit. Ashley was cussing people out and crying. You know, like, the same overall. Like, it could have been a little better. Like, could have been a little more entertaining, but like, they had its moments, but overall, I don't think the season was that entertaining. Like, it was so many episodes, I was just like, okay, I'm watching this because I love the challenge, so I'm gonna watch it. But it wasn't keeping me on the edge of my seats. I wasn't rooting for that many people, and it was just like, okay, I'm just here to watch it. But like, it's not doing enough for me that I needed to do like it did every other year. So I feel like that's the main thing. You bring back the OGs. The OGs have all the chemistry, so you bring them back. The drama gonna skyrocket regardless, because they all got history. They know who they like, who they don't like, and who they trust, and who they're gonna work with. And that's enough drama right there every season. And they also know the challenge, so they know how to compete. They know how to get mentally prepared for the game. They know how to be cutthroat and make the right moves. Like, they know all those things. These new people, they don't know nothing, and them not knowing nothing is making me bored. I don't know. Like, I feel like the challenge is starting to go down. I feel like they're running out of material. They're running out of new challenges to do, and that's fine if you're running out of them. Bring the old ones back. Because just because you brought it back don't mean they're going to do well in it. I'm sorry. They don't always do well the same every time. They might understand what the concept is, but they might not do well at it. So bring it back. We okay with it. Because some of this new stuff y'all doing, it's not that hard. It's kind of boring. And I could do without it. But I'm going to still keep watching it because I love it. And I love the challengers. I feel like just hire me. I will plan out the season for y'all. Y'all ain't got to do much. You ain't even got to pay me the first season. The first season can be a little trial run. We can just see how it works. See if we vibe with each other. And if it goes well, then we're going to talk about my raise. But the first season, we can just, you know, bounce ideas off of each other and figure it out. Figure out what the people want. So I'm telling you, I'm what the people want. I'm what the people want. I'm what the people need. And we can make this happen. But, I mean, that's really all I had to say is congrats to CT and Casey. Y'all did y'all big one. Proud of y'all. Good job. The reunion coming up. I'm not going to review the reunion because from the little clip I did see, it didn't look that great. It wasn't enough argument for me. So I'm still going to watch it. But I don't think I'm going to have a review to give y'all. I don't think much is going to happen. But that's a wrap on season 37. Let me know what y'all thought of the season. Drop how you feel about the final, the whole season, the challenges, the challengers. Let me know how y'all feel. I want to talk to y'all. I want to get your honest opinion on how y'all felt about the overall season. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what show y'all want me to review next, or like what y'all want me to review. What else y'all want from the page? Let me know. I'm open to ideas. I'm here for y'all. Y'all are here for me. Tony Takeover. Make sure you subscribe, and I'm gonna catch y'all at the next video. Don't know what it's gonna be just yet. We're working on a few ideas, but yeah, I'm gonna see y'all.